Oh, they say it's blended on the Philly page.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
And TikTok today.
Come.
Hey, Shalom Israel. How about Hashem Rashad Rakatham? How was Shema Alatham? Hashem Rashad. Priest and officer of 1,000 holding down the Sabbath service this week. Filling in for Officer Hawar. For this week and next week. You understand? We're going to start off, you said Exodus 8 and 18. We're starting off Exodus chapter 8, verse 18. You understand? Just like any other feast day, this is a high holy day of the Most High.
Right.
Understand? When you get your high holy day calendar, this is the first one that's up there, the Sabbath service. Understand? It should be treated as such. It should be treated like the Passover.
Right.
You understand? It should be treated like any other feast day. You know, so we're going to do it.
And it's weekly, so there's 52 weeks in a year, so we have 52 Sabbath service approximately a year.
52, you understand? 52 days that we should be coming together and reading these scriptures and breaking it down and practicing the Hebrew and reading it, you understand, just to get more familiar with it.
Right.
So, of course, for every Sabbath service, we read 7 in Hebrew,
right. Then
we translate 7 in English, then we break it down. We continue to go through it, you understand, for 2 hours, from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Right. You understand? So with that being said, I Bob, you could blow the horn.
Okay.
Could you pass me that showers?
Okay. I.S.U.P.K, which means Israel.
We actually had to uncover this.
We did? Oh, it's locked. So how do we do like this?
Another brother said Doc. I'm not sure what city y'all out of, but he working on some new scrolls. That's out of the children. Working on some new scrolls. Our module was made sustained upon the Hakadam. And try to face these.
Okay. This is the Lord's Prayer and our Barriah for the Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shabka. Yahoo. Malak with Ka. Laba'ah. Watzayka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratazah. Kawar. Hayah. Bashemayim. Bethanlano. Lacham. Ka. Yawam. Wasalak Lano. Chab Wawaf Noah. Kasalak Noah. Chab Wawaf Yanoah. Wala'ah. Babayai Noah. Bonasai One. Abba. Hawashai Noah. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'adabara. La'alayim. Amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. This is the Hakak. Yehovah Ba'ashem Yahushua. Baba Kashah. Bethanlano. Hakak. La'arba'ah. Ka'machara. Wa'ka'madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hakak. Lahakrim. Amathiam. Hakak. Arachawa. Hatama'ala. L'gor Hashem. Ba'ashem Yahushua. the water,
the water,
Aman.
Aman. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power.
please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out. Thank you. So big. This is to bless Israel in the Ibariath of the Hebrew. Yehovah Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak Lano. Wayashirah. Wabayam Sapor. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water. Aman. Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you. So big. This is the power structure blessings in the Ibariath of the Hebrew. Rakataya Hara. Wa Yahushua. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Which is Ba'al. Alawak Yahanna. Ha Alawak. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kwatazayanyam. Ha Chayayanyam. Wa Ha Akwafyam. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water. Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And
Yahushua.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the General Yohanna.
Commander General Yohanna.
The
The generals.
captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The troopers.
And the assistants.
And assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Ibariath of the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Awahori. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'an. Yehovah. Asher. Shemayim. Wa'aratazah. Ayathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shemarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayishan. Shawamar. Yashurala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tizalka. Al-Yan. Yabinka. Yawamam. Hashemash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayirak. Blayila. Yehovah. Yashamarka. Makaran. Yashamar. Napashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'afka. Wabawa'afka. Ma'atan. Wa'ai. I will look.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Ibariath of the Hebrew. Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Adam Yadaka.
Adam Yalaka.
Alta Kharash.
Adam Harash.
Wa Alta Shakwa.
Adam Shakwa.
Ah. Kayahana.
Yahana.
Awayabika.
Yahana.
Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Aimika. Ya'ariyamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'ai to the world. Out to the Pawanyika. Amora. Lakawa. Wanakakira. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakora. Shem Yashara. Iwada. Kaya. Now I to the world. The bird. Yakadwa. Ayaka. Barya. Yakarathwa. Alahaya. Adawam. Wayashem Ma'ala. Yum. Mawa'aba. Wahagoya. Gabor. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalak. Palasha. Am Yashabi. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawat. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanyalawat. Salah. Ashalaham. Kamadia. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabyan. Bonakal. Koyashwan. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayan. Ya'arad. Hayawa. Daman. Na'adatma. Shayathamwa. Nadiyamawa. Ka'arad. Because of Abba. Because of Ba. wakati zamana, kao nasiyakamwa, ashor, amorwa, na yerusha, na nawa, na agwa, alahayam, shayatamwa, kagagla, kakwash, lapanya wakha, kaash, taba'ara ya'ara, wakala abba, talahat, hariyam, Khan, Tawadatma, Basarika, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyam, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Chapko, Yapara, Yaboshwa, Wayabahalia, Ayai, Wayakapora, Wayabara, Wayadaira, Kayata, Chapko, Yapara, Labarka, you won.
In English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come.
Let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off. From being a nation.
At the name of Israel.
At the name of Israel.
Maybe no more in remembrance.
Maybe no more in remembrance.
They have consulted together.
But they have consulted together. With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
The Baal.
And Amalek. And Amalek.
The
Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher is also joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They've opened the children of Lot. Said, Lot, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sarah, as to Jabez, at the brook of Kishon, which perished in Igor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red. And like the red. Yeah. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Abuda. Who said, let us take to ourselves. Houses of God. In possession. Oh my power. Make them like a will.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storms.
Fill
their faces with shame.
With their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
They in trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Let
them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish. That men may know.
That thou, whose name alone, is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Somebody's gonna open water.
We're gonna start off. What else is? Starting off Exodus 8. Exodus chapter 8, verse 18. We're gonna read 7 scriptures. We're gonna end at 24. Yep. Someone crack the card. I'll take the verse 7. Exodus chapter 8, verse 18. Y.A.S.U.P.K, Tahar, Samayam, Bala, Sayam, Taha, Swatazaya, Akakanyam Wala'a Yakalwa Wathahaya Hakanam Ba'adam Waba Bakma. Verse 19, Waya Morwa Haratamyam Al Parataza Atazabai Ala Hayam Hawa Waya Hatap La Lab Para Aha Wala Shamai Allahum Ka'ashor Debor Yahweh. Verse 20. Wayamor Yahweh al Mashakum. It's like a Hashakum. Babaquar Wa Habayetazab La Punya Para Hana Wa Ya wa taza hama yama wa marak ala yaha to like ala yawa ka amor Yahweh shalak I maya wa ya I dana. Verse 21 kaya aya baka ma shalak af I maya ha naya ma shal yak ban waba I badai yaka waba I mak waba baf yaka af ha I rab wama laau bathaya ma tazorium af ha I rab wa gum ha I ma ashor hum ilaya. Verse 22. Waha Paul ya thaya baya wum hahawa av iratiza gashan ashor I'm da alayaha laba lafia. Hawa haya wath shum irab la ma'ain sa dai kaya anya Yahweh ba kwarab ha'arak saza. Verse 23. Washa mafya padath bayan Anya wabayan Ainka Lamahor Yahaya Ada. Verse 24. Last verse.
Okay.
Waya Ash Yahweh Khan Waya Ba'a Irab Kabad Bayatha Para Wabaya I but Dayawa Wa Bakal Arataza Matazorium Da Shaha Ha Arataza Ma Panya Ha Ira. End of 7 in Hebrew.
So Chris, can we get an English here? This is the book of Exodus, chapter 8 and verse 10 in the English. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast.
All right, so right here, of course, we going over when Moses was trying to plead with Pharaoh so that he could let our people go into the wilderness for just a few days and serve the Most High.
Right.
Of course, Pharaoh's heart was hardened. He didn't want to do it. So the Most High was continuously sending plagues onto Egypt, onto Pharaoh, onto the Egyptians, and spared us. And this plague specifically was when Egypt was plagued with lice. You understand? Lice all up in their hair, all up in their cattle. You understand? And it says the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, means they tried to mimic what Moses was doing. You understand? And they say, but they could not. You understand? It's like they was trying to manipulate what the people were seeing. If you put it in today's terms, they were the media back then. Back then their media was just seeing something in person. That was their media. You understand? But with their magicians, they would try to contain the situations. Because Pharaoh, of course, him being king over that land, and they had 365 gods, you couldn't allow the Egyptians to think that Pharaoh didn't have everything up under control. You understand? So they would go and try to manipulate the media. They would try to manipulate the masses by reenacting everything that Moses and Aaron was doing through the will of God, through the power of God. They would do it with magic. You understand? They could turn the staff into a snake with magic. You understand? Because all this is, and the Egyptians would think that that's, Pharaoh serving their gods. And that's Pharaoh having the power of God. You understand? So they would use their magic to deceive the people and take their attention away from what's actually happening. And at that time, what was actually happening was God was bringing down their empire. And they would use their magic, because all magic is diverting their attention away from what is actually happening and put it on wherever the magician wants you to see. Like I said, the media. You understand? That's what the media do. It diverts your attention away from what's actually happening, from God, from today. God, bringing hell down on this earth. You understand? It diverts your attention away from it to give you the illusion that America is still great and powerful. So when you see they talking about magicians, just imagine the media today. You understand? And they get to a point where you can't hide the truth no more. You understand? It gets to a point where the truth just get too powerful in the earth. You can't hide it. That's why you'll see all of a sudden all of the news outlets now covering the same thing at the same time. You understand? That should be suspicious. You understand? It's not like NBC was covering this story for a whole month and then everybody else caught up to it. It's every news outlet is covering the same story at the exact same time, because that's what America wants you to see. Before, they wouldn't cover nothing. That's because America was still trying to control and manipulate the masses to make it think everything over here is still fine, until they get to a point where they can't contain it, and now they had to start to cover it. Now your attention is focused on what's actually happening in this world, and that's God bringing these kingdoms down. Same thing as in Egypt. The magicians couldn't mimic the lice plague that God was sending through Egypt. Now all of the attention is not on the magicians no more. It's not on the distraction, but it's actually on what God is doing, what God was doing to the Egyptians. Read verse 19.
Khan. Verse 19. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said.
You understand? He ain't listened because through all these plagues, he didn't listen because, of course, the Lord was hardening his heart. He was marching him into his destruction. You understand? Like I said, it's the same thing that's happening today. You understand? He's marching these armies into destruction. There's nothing that they can do about it. They can't turn back now. And it's just like how God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, he's hardening the hearts of all these nations, Russians, Chinese, Africans, Americans. He's hardening their hearts, and there's nothing that they can do right now to prevent the Third World War. They can delay it, of course, you understand, but they can't stop it. He hardened the heart. In other words, it's up in the stuff, honestly, because you can't change it now. This is what the Lord wants you to do. And you can't go outside of what he wants you to do. Once he put that spirit on you, it's over. Just like how he put the spirit on Mary to go and get pregnant by Joseph. You understand? Even though, according to our traditions, we should have a ceremony first. We should have a dowry by the husband given to the wife. Given to the wife's father. The whole ceremony, you understand? Where they go into a tent on white sheets, they do the deed, and the husband comes out with the sheet with the blood on it. You understand? He give it to the father as a receipt. So if the husband at any point say, you know what, she wasn't a virgin, the father got the white cloth. Understand? Even though we had that whole ceremony, the Most High put the spirit on Mary to jump past all of that. You understand? And go deal with Joseph. And this wasn't nothing that she could do. It was nothing that she could do at that point. You understand? That's the same thing that the Most High is doing with these nations today. It's the same thing that the Most High did with Pharaoh back when he was bringing down Egypt. With you have something to bring up?
Sir. He hearkened not unto them as the Lord has said. Verse 20. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, I do want to say something. How you saying about Joseph and Mary, how Mary bypassed all that because it was time. Like we can't wait for that. Like Christ had to come at that time. So that's why, the Most High put that spirit on. That's what I'm going to say. So
exactly. It's like, and that it was the spirit of God because of what Christ did. You understand? You can't say, oh well, I had sex with this person prematurely because that's what God wanted me to do. Because then you'll get through the relationship and y'all see this ends. Clearly that wasn't God. You understand? Clearly that wasn't God talking to you and trying to get you to do something. Like how the Christians say, oh, if you're not happy, then just leave. That's not God, because you're going to continue to be happy and then you're going to grow old and miserable. That's not the will of God. You understand? Like how the Cardinal is saying.
Verse 20. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. Verse 21. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground wherein they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end thou mayest know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. Well, how far am I going, sir?
We're going to stop at 24, but you can stop at the end of
23. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be.
Now, after the Most High sent the plague of lice and hardened, and Pharaoh's heart was still hardened, he was still being stiff-necked. He told Moses to go out, and he was going to send another plague. This plague, it was going to be a swarm of flies. You understand? He said that it would be upon Pharaoh's house and upon the Egyptians shall be full of flies. And he will sever where we was living at from the rest of the Egyptians. You understand? Right here, I got Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. You can hold there real quick. He severed us from this plague that he was sending on to Egypt. You understand? We was protected from it. Now, this breakdown in specific in Ezekiel is going towards people that believe that, you know, the mark of the beast is a chip that you insert into your body. You understand? Because of course, what's something they say about the mark of the beast? I know you probably know something.
Like a Christian or
Yeah,
or
Christian.
we say?
No, not
Oh, they talk about it's like the chip, can't buy or sell type stuff.
can't buy yourself.
You know.
You got something?
They tried to say the vaccine was.
Vaccines, the mark of the beast. You got something, sis? In the back. Understand? The mark of they try to say that the mark of the beast is something that you put inside of your body, and it will make you go against God. You can't get in heaven. You understand? The mark of the beast is something that you physically put into your body. Understand? Read this part that you got.
You said the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. Yep. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations, that he be done in the midst thereof.
You understand now? This mark that's being placed in your forehead is similar to the Revelations where they say the mark of the beast is in the forehead and in the hand, which is supposed to get you to go against God. This mark that's being set in the foreheads of people is placed in the people who see the abomination that's happened unto their people. You understand? And that hate it, and that's doing something about it, that's trying to keep these laws and teach them to people to not go against God, to teach people to keep these laws. They see what's happening and not okay with it. You understand? Our life inside of the I.S.U.P.K, when you have this information, this truth inside of it. Let's say, set a mark upon them that sigh and cry for the abomination that's happening. Read on.
Verse 5. And to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Say begin at my sanctuary. Begin, of course, and it's true, because that's what we put in this work in it. It's saying God has given his angel an order to go out and put destruction on everybody. He said old and young, big and small, don't matter. But that mark that's in our forehead, that's what's going to keep us safe. Now, the mark of the beast is something that you physically put in your body to get you to go against God. Where's the chip at that we're going to put inside of us to get us to obey God? Where's that chip at? Where's that vaccine at? They say the mark that's going in our forehead. You understand? It ain't no vaccine, no chip, nothing that's going to get you to obey God except for what you have in your forehead, which is in your mind. But what you have in your mind is what will keep you safe from the wrath that God is sending. God is going to bring. He said old. Let me see that. He said old and young. This part was on 5. It says smite them, you know, old and young, maids, little children, and women. This is in the Bible. Ain't nobody gonna be able to get away from this destruction unless you are obeying God. You understand? That's what's going to keep you safe, is what you have in your forehead. And I mean, it ain't nothing that you can buy that's going to make you obey God. You can't even pay people to obey God. They're going to eat that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They doing Halloween right now. You couldn't pay them. I'm sorry, about you couldn't pay them to not have a Thanksgiving plate. You understand? There's no chip that's going to make you righteous, just like how there's no chip that's going to make you go against God. That's all what's inside of your forehead, which is what's inside of your mind. You understand? That's what's going to keep us safe in these last days. The stuff that we have instilled inside of us, the stuff that we learn, how to obey God, how to maneuver through this life, that's what keeps us safe. You understand? That's why God is with us.
If I may, just by saying that, like in today's generation, just attention to make you disobey God. A TikTok video or YouTube, something to make you go viral, make you disobey and go against God. So like you don't need a chip to ultimately you're already doing it already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even listen to him anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
you know that's lazy scholarship on that person whoever put that out there because they disobeyed God. That's what it was.
You brought out a heavy point, and it reminded me, that's why a lot of people think that there's contradictions inside the Bible because of breakdowns like this. You learn it from somebody who don't know the Bible, somebody who don't have your best interests at heart. Their interest is in money. So they're going to tell you whatever it is to get more money. They ain't going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you as long as you don't get that mark of the beast, as long as you don't get that chip or that vaccine, you're going to be okay. While you go out there and eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, while you cheat on your husband, while you leave your wife, you're going to think it's all good. As long as you don't get that vaccine. Understand? That's why people think it's contradictions inside of this Bible, because they're being taught this Bible by people who don't know the Bible. And of course, the Christian church was never, it's not even in their culture to read the Bible. We was taught Christianity on a plantation. We wasn't taught this actual Bible. That's not what we was taught. We was taught about this much of the Bible. It's called slave Bible. Go look it up. It was never in Christianity to teach us the entire Bible. You understand? But that's what we learn the Bible from. That's why we think it's contradiction, but they don't know the Bible. But of course, what you have in your forehead, what you have in your mind will keep you safe while God is plaguing this entire earth. You understand? That's why I say, come ye out of her, that ye receive not her plagues. Come out of that lifestyle that everybody else living. You understand? This says that we're supposed to be holy, not acting like everybody else. You understand? You come into this truth and you can still act like how you did in the world. You're not going to escape these plagues. Just because you have a name, you understand? Just because you know the salute, that's not going to have you escape these plagues. It's how you act, how you conduct yourself. That's not going to keep you safe. You understand? Just like back in Exodus, we at Exodus 8 and 22, it says, "Now it served that day the land of Goshen in which my people dwelt, that no swarm of flies shall be there." To the end, in verse 23, it says, "And I will put a division between my people and thy people." You understand? That division is us obeying God, how we conduct ourselves. That's what kept us safe during that time. That's going to keep us safe during this time. You can get finished verse 24.
Come, sir. Verse 24, and the Lord said, "Do so." And there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into the servant's house, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of the swarm of flies.
It's not just like flies you see at the cookout. It's flies. Or imagine how it looked when it's a blizzard and the snow coming down sideways. You can't even see nothing. That's how the flies was. That's why I say the land was corrupted, because there's all these flies. Y'all are eating stuff as locusts. You understand? They're eating the crops. You can't even function in your day-to-day life because it's a swarm of them everywhere. But we was protected by it. We was safe because of what was in our mind, not a chip, not what we brought, not our things that we buy every day, not nothing physical. It was what was in our mind that kept us safe from the wrath of God. That's the end of the 7 verses in the English. Bakar, you want to take the next 7 in the Hebrew? From 25 to the end of 31.
Wayakwa Ra'ah. Par'aya al Masha Wala Slakia. I'm on 25. Wa La Haram Wa Ya'amar La Kanya. Is that Kanwa?
Yeah,
La Koa, Zabahar, Lahala, Lahala Yakum, Baha, is it Bahara? Baharataza, Salaki. Baharataza. Verse 26. Wa'amar, Marsha, La'a, the, is it Nakawan, Salaki. La'asho, Wa, Salaki. It's thigh, right? La'ashawath, Salaki. Khan, is it Khan? Khan, Salaki. Salaki. Kaya, Salaki. I'm saying it wrong. Thawa. I'm on 26. I'm on 26. Salaki. Thawa Abath. Salaki. Thawa Abath. Matazarium. Not Tabak. La Harya. Oh, La Yahweh. La Alahaya Na. Like La Alahaya Nawa. Salakia. Yahweh Alana Yahweh.
That's part of the credo, right?
Khan.
Sounds familiar, right? How you say it again?
Which one?
The credo,
Oh, yeah. Shema Yashar Yahweh Hayna Yahweh
Khan. Khan. Hun. Salakia Hun. Nata Zabak. Ath. Thou. Ibath.
Egypt.
Matazorium. Salakia. Salakia. La Ayanaya Hum. Wala Ya. Yes, is it Yasa? Yasa Nawa. Salakia. Salak. The bar. Is it the 27? Is it the bar? Salak. The bar. No, this. Would you say so?
It's the rock.
The rock. Shala Shah. No, Shala Shaf. Waya Wamor. No, Ya Mayum. Is Ya Mayum? Sorry. Ya Mayum. Kalak. But more. Bama the bar. Salaki. Why ta the bak now Salaki. La is that that's Musa name? La Yahweh Al Hayanawa Ka Al Shor Ka Ashor Ya Amor Al Al Yanawa Slakia 28 Wa Amor Por Ath the Por Ath sir Parai Slakia Al Nakya Na Sha Shal Ashalak. I'm getting them wrong. Al Ath Kum is Afkum Salakia. Oh, I messed up. Wad the bar was a bak thumb was a bak thumb La Yahweh Allah Hayyum is Al Hayyum Al Hayyakum the more Madabar Slakia Rock Harakak Slakia Harakak La'a Ra Tharak Ya Kwayan Slakia Lala Kahaf Lala Kaf Kai Hi Taza is it Ha Taza Hayata Ya Slakia sir Hayata Ya Run. The next one will be Bahaya Salakia. Barely speak, I'm sorry. Ya Amor Masha is it Hakana? Hana Al Hanakya Ya Taza'a is it Taza? Taza Slakia. I more Maya Bak Maya I Mak Waha Slakia after Rathya Al Yahweh Wasor Harab Maparak I por Rak I I ba Yawa Salakia more I more I'm Salakia Makor Rock Al Ya Sup Ya what's up? I mean I Ya Sup Salakia Por Aya Para Salakia Para Para'ah. Hathor, la da, la ba, la ra'ya, la balathya, Salakia. Shalak, ath, ha'aim, ha'aim, with an M, sir, right? Salakia. Lazabak, la Hawa, la Yahweh. Verse 30. How far am I going? In the 31. Salakia. Waya Tazah, Shamar, Masha, Salakia, Masha, Ma'aim, Paryaha, Parai, Salakia, Parai, Waya Ithor, Al Yahweh. Verse 31, last verse. Waya Ash, Yahweh, no, is it Yahweh? The Kadabar, Masha, Wayasor, Hayarab, Maparai, Ma'abad, Ma'abadua, Wayamor, Ma'aimuwa, La'a, Kanshana, oh, not Sha'ar, Akkad. That it? Slack. When we read in English?
Yeah, English from
25.
25 to 31.
Con. And Exodus chapter 8, verse 25. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron, and said, "Go ye, sacrifice to your God, Salakia, in the land." And Moses said, "It is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice the abominations of the Egyptians to the Lord our God. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abominations of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will they not stone us?"
Now, of course, we just seen the plague that God sent, a plague of lice, and then Pharaoh's magicians couldn't manipulate that.
Right.
And Pharaoh magicians said, "Okay, listen, man, this is from God." Right. You know, then God sent another plague of flies. So Pharaoh went to Moses and tried to get him to make a sacrifice to God so that they could stop his plague.
That's right.
You understand? Moses said, "For shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our God? Shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will they not stone us?" The abomination of the Egyptians is us serving our God.
Right.
You understand? That's why Moses didn't want to sacrifice right there in that land.
Right.
Because he knew the Egyptians would not like it.
Right.
And he was going to try to stone them.
Right.
Even though clearly the Egyptians' God is, any one of their gods is not stopping these plagues that's happening.
Right.
Our God is the only true God that's making it happen and making it stop.
Right.
Moses see that with his own eyes.
Right.
Pharaoh see that with his own eyes. Right. That's why he went to Moses. He ain't go to pray to one of his 365 gods. He went to Moses so that Moses can pray. He can stop this. But of course, the Egyptians are still stiff-necked and hard-headed and filled with so much pride. You understand that they see it as an abomination. even though it will stop the plagues that's happening. Just like in America. What we do, America see it as an abomination. America labels us as a hate group. But what we teaching, the God that we serve can actually stop, mass unaliving in school. It can stop all these wars. You understand? It can stop all of the hell that you see in this earth. You understand? What was it? I think King David said, I prophesy peace, but you take it as war. You understand? That's what we're doing. Same thing with Moses trying to serve God back in the land of Egypt. What he would do was stop all the plagues, but the Egyptians still hate him. You understand? They still have that much pride and they still hate him, even though what they doing ain't working. America had, 55 presidents? I don't know how many they had. All these presidents, over 50. You understand? They ain't stopping it. All these city councils, they ain't stopping it. Go ahead.
Psalm 120, verse 7, I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.
When I speak, they're for war. You understand? Going to sacrifice and trying to make a change that will actually change, they see it as war. That's why you really have to be careful, even with this truth, being careful about who you try to give it to. Understand? Because some people are so used to chaos, and you try to bring them peace, they're going to take it as an attack. That's why Christ said, listen, tell them 3 times, and if they don't hear you, keep it moving. Because if you keep on your way,
46 presidents. 46 presidents.
46 presidents. You understand? We trying to come and bring something different, but people don't want to hear it. You understand? Because you keep on telling them, they're gonna start to take it as a threat. They're gonna start to take it as something that you're trying to deprive them of. You're trying to give them peace. But they're so used to not having it. That's what's gonna happen.
It's like the demon that's in them is trying to defend they don't want to be cast out. So they're trying to do their best to defend their home.
Perfect. It's perfect. They trying to defend their home because they know if they get cast out of that home that they've been so comfortable in, they're gonna have to go and try to find another home. You understand? They're gonna end up returning back there. But like how by saying, you're trying to cast this demon out, and that demon don't want to leave. So they'll start to fight you. That person will start to fight you instead of fighting their own demons. It's the same, Fight your demons. Don't let your demons fight me. I'm just here to help. But like I said, some people don't want to hear that. We speak for peace, but they take it as war. We would have helped them than the Egyptians indirectly just by serving our God. But they ain't want it. They said there's going to be an abomination. You understand? And like I said, that's just life. That's just life, of having this truth, having the key to giving actual peace. But you live in a life where people is used to not having it. So be careful. Everybody ain't going to want it. Everybody ain't going to care for it because they too comfortable with their demons. You can't just introduce them to God and think everything's going to be cool. You understand? You got to be careful with it. Moses knew. He said, I ain't going to do that. They going to stone me here. You understand? I ain't going to bring these people no peace right here in their land. They going to stone me. Read on.
Verse 27. We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God, as he shall command us. We will go, and Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Entreat for me. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat the Lord, the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, in not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord.
Pharaoh said, no, Moses said, listen, we're going to go away for 3 days in the wilderness, and then we're going to do it there. Pharaoh said, all right, but just don't go too far. Don't forget about me. You understand? Make sure you pray and get these flies up out of here. You understand? And then Moses said something crazy. He said, don't keep on being deceitful. Because, God will send down the plagues. Pharaoh would feel it. he would ask Moses to, pray to God to get the plagues away. But then once the plagues go away, it's harder. He like, y'all get that to work. You understand? Moses is saying, we gonna do it, but don't be deceitful.
Right.
Understand? When it comes to letting us go. Go ahead.
And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. The Lord did according to the word of Moses, and he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. There remained not one.
And that's exactly what the Most High did. He got rid of that plague. Just understand that, when our oppressor world is crumbling, that's when we'll get peace. You understand? That's when our peace will come. That's when our justice and our peace will come. When our captivity is in shambles.
Right.
Not when prices is low, when the stock market is doing good, not when houses is back to $500 for a 1-bedroom apartment, not when gas prices is low, not when food in the grocery stores is low. That's not when we'll get our peace. You understand? That's just something to continue to soothe us back into sleep.
Right.
The stuff that you're seeing right now, high gas prices, high prices for food, high prices for apartments. That's the Lord trying to wake us up.
Right.
You understand? Because it's hard to be sleeping when you're uncomfortable. That's just physically impossible.
Right.
If it's too hot, you can be tossing and turning. If
Right.
you're sick, tossing and turning.
Right.
Man, COVID. You had COVID, you waking up in cold sweats, shivering, sweat at the same time. It's hard to sleep.
Right.
The Lord's trying to wake us up right now. You understand? He's trying to wake us up. That's why he sent the plagues to Pharaoh and Egypt. That's why he's sending the plagues right now. You understand?
Right.
It's high time to awake out of sleep.
That's right.
You understand? We are God's babies. He wants us back.
Right.
That's why he's doing all this stuff.
Right.
You understand? It's saying in Proverbs, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? He's trying to wake us up from being simple, from being asleep. Just last month, everything was all entertainment. You got boxers fighting, you got the football season, basketball season, I think it was baseball too, right? Baseball, you got all these songs dropping at the same time, all these albums, all this celebrity gossip and nonsense, everything was real entertaining. It was real soothing.
Right.
And then what happened? Breaking news.
Right.
You understand? Breaking news. He's doing that to wake us up. And of course, us being in this truth, when we get that oil poured onto our head, we got an oath. You understand? Because we know that this war with Israel and Palestine, that's not just another news, something just to read and post about and go on with your day. Not like, okay, I side with Israel, then put your phone down and go back to doing whatever it is that you're doing. You understand? That's how they view it in the world. Us in this truth, we know that it's a sign that, listen, it's coming to an end.
Wars and rumors of wars.
Wars and rumors of war. You understand what Christ did? We know that it's a sign that it's coming to an end.
Right.
It's not just another news or article that just want to blow by.
Right.
It's up to us to really use it to try to wake our people up.
That's right.
That's what the Lord is doing this for.
Right.
He's not doing it so that somebody can fight and win control of Israel.
Right.
He ain't doing it for them. He ain't doing it for their armies. He don't give a damn about it.
Right.
He's doing it so that we can wake up and come back to him.
Right.
You understand? And us in this truth, we get that oil on our head, we get our name. We can't just go out and speak about it. We gotta really live our life in a way that's gonna help people understand.
Right.
You understand? We're gonna have to live our life that way because the Lord is trying to wake us up. Just like he was trying to wake us up during that time with Pharaoh sending all those plagues. That's why he's sending the plagues.
Right.
You understand? Was that the end of 31?
That was the end of 31.
All right, we can call it like Bob, like
Bahat ban Bunyamin ban Yahshua.
Ibad Bud Bunyamin Bun Yahshua.
Now ba Shema Shabbat Thumb.
How about you, Trevor?
book of Exodus chapter 8 and verse 32 to Exodus 9 and verse 6. Waya Karad, Labwa, Gum, Ba, Pa'aim, Ha Za'af, Wa La'af, Shalak, Af, Ha'aim. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Mashah, Ba'ah, Parai, Wa Barath, Yuwa, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Alahaya, Baryam, Shalak, Amya, Waya, Bedunya. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 2. Kaya, Ma'ain, Atha, La Shalak, Wa Wadak, my Kaz Yak, Bum. Verse 3. Na, Yad, Yahweh, Ya, Bama, Kwa, Nak, Ashar, Ba Shada, Ba Sa, looks like it, Ba Sa Waz Young, Ba Kham, Mar Young, Ba Gamar Young, Ba Ba Kwar, Wa Ba Taza An, Debar, Kai Bad, looks like it, Ma'ad. Verse 4. Waha Pala, Yahweh, Ba Yun, Ma Kwana, Yasharala, Wa Ba Yun, Ma Kwana, Ma Tazarium, Wa La'a, Yamawath, Ma Kal, La Banya, Yasharala, Debar. Verse 5. Waya Sham, Yahweh, Ma Wa'id, La Amar, Ma Khar, Ya Aisha, Yahweh, Ha Debar, Hazah, Ba Awataza, last verse 6. Waya Aish, Yahweh, Ath, Ha Debar, Hazah, Mama Karath, Waya Math, Kal Ma Kwana, Ma Tazarium, Wa Ma Kwana, Banya, Yasharala, La'a, Math, Akkad. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 8 and verse 32. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let the people go.
Let's go back on that BS again.
Right.
Keep on switching back and forth.
Right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. Then the Lord said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, Thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, let my people go.
Say God of the Hebrew people, you put a stamp on that. You understand? Not your gods, not all 365 of your gods.
Right.
You understand? Say the God of the Hebrews. Go ahead.
Let my people go, that they may serve me. Verse 2. For if thou refuse to let them go, and will hold them still. Verse 3. Behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. Verse 4. And the Lord shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. Verse 5. And the Lord appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow the Lord shall do this thing in the land. Verse 6. And the Lord did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of the Egypt died, but the cattle of the children of Israel died not one.
You understand? That grievous murrain is a plague that's coming to the cattle. You understand? And you'll see the common theme while God is sending these plagues onto Pharaoh. The common theme is that, he is just so hard-headed and stiff-necked.
Right.
Now, in the fourth dimension, in the spiritual realm, we understand that that's God hardening the heart of Pharaoh.
Right.
In person, in our physical bodies, that's just pride. I'm saying that's the pride of Pharaoh. That's his pride. That's why he's not letting us go.
Right.
He's filled with so much pride.
Right.
And it makes sense. He had the strongest army on the face of the earth. Go ahead.
Pride goes before destruction.
Pride goes before destruction. So we seeing him keep on changing his mind. Go ahead, serve God. Once they go to pray or something and get the plagues off of them, he changed right back. Get back to work. Go ahead and serve God. Get these plagues away. Get back to work. That's just the pride of so much pride, and it's perfect because it really fit the destruction that God brought onto the land of Egypt. You understand, the amount of destruction that happened when God destroyed Egypt was perfect for the amount of pride that Pharaoh had.
Right.
You understand? Imagine you seeing all these plagues with your eyes, and you Pharaoh, you the king of this land. You seeing your land get hit with plague after plague after plague. You seeing that this man can pray to his God and stop it. All he wanted is to go into the wilderness for a few days.
Right.
He didn't want to be free.
Huh.
Just going for a few days, not even too far away from him.
Right.
You understand? Pharaoh said, listen, go ahead, but don't go too far. Moses said, all right, cool. He don't even want to do that. He still want to keep on making them go to work. That's just a lot of pride, man.
Right.
Imagine even the pride that you have when you are chasing us and our back is against the ocean.
Right.
You see the ocean open up,
Right.
and we run through it.
Right.
Imagine the pride as a Pharaoh, as a commander, you continue to tell your men to charge.
Right.
Imagine that much pride, man. Right. And you running in through this water, in the middle of the water, they probably ran past and they probably seen the angels close the water up. Honestly. That's a destruction fit for that much pride.
Right.
You seeing with your own eyes this angel closing the water up. And your army just round. The amount of destruction that Pharaoh had was fit for his pride.
Right.
Imagine how much destruction is coming to this earth.
Right.
Our oppressor, one of the most prideful people in history.
Right.
All his holidays is about him and his pride. Thanksgiving remind you of when they conquered this land. You understand? What is it? 4th of July, Labor Day. You understand? Veterans Day. Just reminds you of how strong their army is. Even 9/11, honestly. It's like all these lives was lost on this day, but it still reminds you of how much unaliving they did after that day. Still reminds you of how prideful their army is. Every superhero is a white man or a white woman. It's hard to not have this much pride growing up as a white person, as a Caucasian. You understand? When everything you see that look just like you is extremely great. Right. Extremely just put up on a high pedestal. Even their God and their Christ look just like them. You understand? Imagine how much pride you are going to have. The pride of the fake Jews over there in Israel claiming to be our people, claiming to be God's chosen people, and fighting over a land that don't belong to them. Imagine how much pride that is. All the pride that's inside this earth. The amount of destruction that's coming to this earth is an extinction level destruction. You want to see some people go extinct with the amount of destruction that's coming to this earth. Because it's going to fit the amount of pride that these people have. You have something to bring up?
I got some precepts on pride. You want them, sir?
Go ahead, of course.
This is the book of Proverbs from 16, verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Proverbs 11:2.
No, that part right there, you understand? It's an abomination. Right. We want to join our hands to these people. You understand? We want to go out and side with Israel. I stand with Palestine. You understand? You want to go out there just like how Amari Stoudemire was out there cursing our people. You understand? Because he didn't see us siding with them enough. Right. You understand? You understand? That's an abomination. It's an abomination. It don't matter how much of our people wants to love them. That's not going to change God's heart.
Right.
It don't matter. It don't matter if 50 million black people right now will go out and hug Israel. It doesn't matter.
Right.
That's not going to stop God from sending destruction on this earth.
Right.
Go ahead,
God. Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame.
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. Pharaoh had a lot of shame when he tried to get his magicians to mimic that lights play, and they couldn't do it.
Right.
And this next part, I was laughing with my wife about this morning. There's a lot of shame that's going to come with these next plagues.
Right.
You understand? All because there's so much pride that's attached to it. It ain't nothing good is going to come from you being prideful. Nothing. You understand? You're just going to be obnoxious. And everybody in this earth know it. And it's not one person out here that's prideful or that sees somebody being prideful and they're like, man, I want to be just like him. You understand? Everybody think Floyd Mayweather is obnoxious. Everybody think Conor McGregor is obnoxious, except for him. Except for Floyd and the people that's around him, getting money from him, think he's obnoxious, and they say it openly. You understand? A lot of people thought that Donald Trump was just obnoxious. You understand? Because his pride. And be honest, yeah, sure. But he's just so prideful that people will find him obnoxious. You understand? Ain't nothing nice that would ever come from being prideful. It's actually the opposite. Destruction is going to come from it. Go ahead and read on.
Okay. Because, sir, there's the separate, but the alternative community.
Oh, my God.
They use pride.
Oh, my God. Pride Month. They out in the streets with them rainbows and balloons and everything, all happy and prideful. Then go home to the domestic violence. You understand? Then go home to therapy. They say that, I don't know how to word this. The people that take their own life in the LGBTQ community with the transitioning, it happens after you transition. That rate of taking your own life, it goes up. Unalive yourself. It goes up after you make that transition. After you fell for all of that pride that they had, they real prideful. They got their own movement. They got their own homes and their apartments and their benefits. They got all of that. They try to make it seem so beautiful. They so prideful about it. Then you go and transition. And you end up unaliving yourself. You understand it? It's nothing good comes from it. You understand? That's why it's good to be humble.
Right.
That's the feast day that we just had. The feast of booths.
Right.
It's about us when we get from our captivity. When we in the kingdom, when we had literal streets made of gold, when we rule in this earth, the Lord still want us for a week to come out of there and dwell in the tent to remember what we went through.
That's right.
So that we can be humble. Our oppressor don't got nothing like that. That's why his pride is on top of pride on top of pride.
Right.
It's good to be humble. You understand? Because of course the Lord will destroy you for that. Right. Go ahead.
This Proverbs 16:18, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
That's one right there.
Okay. There's more, but
that was perfect. Perfect precepts, man. Where was we at? Was that the end of 6?
Oh, sorry.
That was in the 6.
That was in the 6. Okay.
All right, yeah. He sent the plague of lice. He sent the plague of what's the flies called? Locusts.
Oh, right.
He sent the plague. Let's say more rain. That's the plague of destruction that's sent to their cattle. Right. And of course, still we're not fazed by it. We see it happening around us, and of course, we kind of scared a little bit because Moses even said, if we do these sacrifices in front of these people, they'll stone us. Right. So these people see their land being destroyed, but they see our land cool. Right. Our cows still moving, we still getting milk from them, or whatever the case is. Probably eating steak. You understand? They over here mourning. Their lambs and their cows and their horses is dying. It's like being unalive. Is it bad if we say that about a cow or something? Probably Peter or something.
They so sensitive.
They so sensitive, man. They so sensitive, but yeah, they go out. I ain't gonna get this. Exodus chapter 9, verse 7 through 13. 8 through 13.
No, you right. 7. Sorry. Last time that's 6. Right. 7 to 13.
7 through 13. I'll take the Hebrew one. So, Exodus chapter 9, verse 7. Verse 7. Waya Shalak, Para, Wahana, La'a, Maf, Mama Kwana, Yashala, I, Vada, I, Kad, Waya Chabad, La, Para, Wala, Shalak, Ain, verse 8. Wayamor Yahweh al Masha wa al Aharam Kwahawa Lakam Mala'a Cha Punyakum Payak Kavashan Wazor Rakwa Masha Hasham Yama La Yanaya La Yanya. Is that it? Para verse 9 Wahaya La what's that? Bak La Bak Al Kala Kal Rataza Ma Tazarium Haya al Ha'idam Wa'al Haba Hama La Shachan La Shak. Is that it? La Shakyan Barak Aba Ath Bakal Rataza Matazarium, verse 10. Waya Wakwa Ath Payak Haka Bashan. Waya I'm the word La Panya Para Waya Zerak Athwa Masha Sham Yama Wayahaya Wayaha.
Shock.
No,
Why?
Wayahaya. Is it Shagyan Abba Yaf Parak?
Use it for actually the last line.
Left on 10. Ba'idam wa ma, verse 11. Wala Yakalwa Ha Tamayam La Mad Mada La Punya Masha Ma Punya Hashakyan Haya Hashakyan Bahar Tama Wa Bakal Matazarium, verse 12. What's happening? 13. Waya Chad.
Why Chazak?
Waya Chazak. Yahweh La Para Wala Shamai Alaham Ka'ashor Debor Yahweh Al Masha, verse 13. Wayamor Yahweh Al Masha Hashakam Babakor Wahath Yatazab Punya Para Wa'amara Aliwud Kaha Amor Yahweh Alahaya Ha'ai Baryam La Shalak Ath Anya Waya I the Waya I Iba Nah, how do you say it?
Oh, Wayai. But Dunya.
Wayahadunya. Wayahadunya. What's on first? Go on, but Carl, you can read Exodus 7 and 9 and 7.
9 and 13, right?
Yeah,
Khan, the book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 7. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And the heart of the Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go.
Let's say, man, Pharaoh sent, and behold, he wanted to go see if we was being played too. They said he sent, and behold, there was not one cattle of ours dead. And this heart was hardened. He got mad. He got sick. You understand? Imagine that. The whole land being destroyed, and the only people who's not affected by it is the slaves. He was mad about that, man. Read verse 8.
Khan. And the Lord said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt.
Y'all know what them boys talking about?
Monkeypox.
Huh?
Monkeypox.
No, they're talking about the hemorrhoids, man.
Oh.
I was reading it this morning and I was dying, man. I'm like, oh man. This say, and it became boys breaking forth from lands upon man and upon beasts. Go ahead and read the next part.
Throughout all the land of Egypt. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh. And Moses sprinkled it upon toward heaven. And it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils.
They couldn't even stand up. You understand? They trying to go before Moses and reenact this, and they can't even stand up before him. Understand? That's shame. What's that last one you just read? Said pride brings forth shame. You understand? You trying to do all this magical deceiving and stuff. You can't even stand up.
Right.
You understand? That just really goes to show you how fragile we are as humans. Right. We think we're gods and all this crazy stuff. Right. Lord can humble us with something simple. Right. You ever had a toothache before? Oh my God. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. A toothache. Hungry. Imagine even simpler, like your nose being stopped up. You trying to go to sleep, you can't sleep, you tossing and turning, you can't breathe right. You wake up, your mouth all dry, because you've been breathing through your mouth all night. And I ain't saying that every time you get a toothache or your nose stopped up, the Lord trying to curse you. I'm just saying, even those small things will have us hungry. Imagine if the Lord gave you a hemorrhoid and it started to flare up. Go ahead.
Because sir, Bible says that there's bodies made celestial, bodies terrestrial. Our bodies are made of the earth, so if we don't keep the laws and commandments, he can send forth those curses. But the other hand of that, in Deuteronomy 28, chapter 8, first verse, he can send forth the rewards or the blessings, and we'll be prosperous. Prosperous. So if you keep the law, you get rewarded. If you break the law, you get punished.
And to put it in perspective too, a blessing don't always gotta be an increase. A blessing can just be you being steady. Because we had to gain nothing. We was blessed because we didn't get them hemorrhoids. You understand? We was blessed because of that. It don't gotta be adding nothing. It's just you being steady, being stable. You understand? A blessing ain't always you grabbing money or just in the third. It's just you being able to live normal. You understand? And that's something that the Egyptians was not experiencing that time. They couldn't stand up. I know the magicians was probably mad. They got flies, they got lice, they cattle dying. Now they got oh my God.
Blood in the water yet?
I don't know. I ain't read back that far, but it's probably coming up.
Or the frogs.
Yeah, the frogs.
We did
Like
do
the last week, right?
We did last week.
You know, that's the bloody frogs.
Yes, come.
All right, yeah, coming down to it. Coming down to that time. Understand the Lord getting sick of this. And I know the Egyptians getting sick of this. They keep on lying and saying, I'm gonna let you go. Pharaohs kept on lying. Thought everything was sweet till he woke up with a hemorrhoid. Now everybody can't stand up. Everybody laying on his stomach. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Con. And they took ashes. Slocking. I'm on verse 11, sir. No,
That's a little bit.
no, I'm on 12. I'm sorry. I got finished at 11. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hardened not unto them, as the Lord has spoken unto Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh.
Remember that magicians, told you, when you see the magicians, think about it as the media. They was going to deceive the people. But at that time, the Most High crippled the media of Pharaoh, of the Egyptians. They could deceive him. You understand? That's coming to America. His media is going to be crippled. That's what we pray for. We say, let it spread through the media. Let the truth spread through the media. It's going to be crippled to the point where they can't continue to deceive us. You understand? And just, soothe us. With all these entertainment, this nonsense, gossip, this and the third. It's real entertainment, yes, of course. It's very much entertainment. But you remember, it's just meant to deceive us, take our mind off of what's actually happening.
I got the precept where it's about the prince of the air.
But yeah.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 2. Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Listen, man. You see, I know my ribs, she just said, what was that, sexy red with these cologne fragrances?
She has like lip glosses with these weird names.
Weird name. Like, what one of them? I remember you said.
Gonorrhea was one of them. Yeah.
Sexy red. That's just enough right there. We're gonna use that. Sexy red had a lip gloss with something called gonorrhea. You understand? That's her working through. What's that last part?
The children of disobedience, worketh in the children of disobedience.
That prince of the air working in the children of disobedience. You understand? The airwaves is promoting us to be disobedient towards God. You understand? It's going through the radio. It's going through your social media. It's going through the music and the TVs. You understand? He's in control of the airwaves. You understand?
Right.
They say we're going to make this truth spread through the media. It ain't going to be all this distractive, funny entertainment stuff all the time. The truth going to come to this media, it's going to rock your world. You understand? Or at least those who the Most High given that spirit of understanding. But
ye shall know the truth. The truth shall set you free.
It's going to set you free. It ain't going to make you comfortable all the time. It ain't going to be happy. You understand? It's going to set you free. If you want to be happy, go to church. They're going to make sure you're real happy and sleep. Having all the nice dreams. You understand? This truth is going to set you free. It's going to open up your mind from all of the distractions that the media is trying to send. Right. Just like how the Most High crippled the media during that time, he's going to do the same thing in this time. If you want to understand the Bible, just compare it to modern times.
Right.
Understand? And then it would make more sense.
Right.
If you want to compare modern times, just refer to the Bible.
Right.
The Bible say, of course, I think it's in Romans. The Bible say that the things written aforetime is written for our learning. Right. So it's just up to you, honestly. That's just a part of psychology. When you go to get a therapist, one of the first steps is, of course, to find out what type of therapist you need. Some therapists think that the problem that you're facing stems from your past. Some think that it stems from your current environment in the present. Understand, it's just psychology. That's what this Bible is. It can show us our issues that we had in the past. It can show us the issues that we have in the present and how to fix it. You understand? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old and consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, and thy elders, and he will tell thee. So do back up the precept that you.
Yeah, exactly, man. Going to this Bible, when it's saying your fathers, it's meaning your ancestors. You understand? It's talking about your ancestors inside this Bible. This is where our ancestors are.
Right.
And that's something that we might overlook, but these are our ancestors.
Right.
And that's because the Christian church has made it seem like this Bible belongs to everybody. And color don't matter, and bloodline don't matter.
Right.
This and the third. They say bloodline don't matter, especially when they say Christ ain't have a father. Because it's saying his blood, he had to come from a specific bloodline.
Right.
But our bloodline is in this Bible, not nobody else's.
Right.
That's something that we have to remember and take, pride.
Right.
Not pride like Moses, but really to give you some strength.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Confidence.
Confidence, exactly. That confidence, that type of pride. Being confident and knowing that our people is written inside the Bible, and it's our people. You understand? What verse did we just leave off on?
I'm on 13, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 13, and the Lord said unto Moses,
Like you had something to bring out? Go ahead.
rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and say unto him, thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. I think that's it, sir. 7, 8.
So let's say, and the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, say unto him, the Lord God of Hebrews said, let my people go. You understand? And it really just kind of like show you the amount of pride that we have as a people, especially our president.
Right.
Because one plague should have been more than enough to have him understanding that God is working.
Right.
Just like now, the COVID-19 should have been more than enough. The entire earth was shut. I mean, the Black Plague.
Right.
Honestly, that should have been enough. But of course, our people are just filled with pride. Our oppressors are filled with pride, and they rub off on us. I would say, count yourself blessed that you are in this truth,
Right.
and not just you hear it and it makes sense.
Right.
A lot of people that even disagree with the truth, they hear it and it makes sense.
Right.
They don't have the spirit of understanding that will
Right.
allow them to live this truth.
Right.
Us being inside the school is nothing,
Right.
not a coincidence at all.
Right.
It ain't just like we was walking down the street, we was on social media, and we see the truth. We just so happened to see it. No, it was God calling us to be in this work. Go ahead.
2 Timothy 3:7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
That's people in the world, man. They even call it doom scrolling. You got all this information on your phone, just scrolling the information, scrolling all day. All this information you get in, you can't come to the truth. You understand? That's every day, all day. Like I said, it wasn't just a coincidence that we inside this truth. The Most High called us to be in this truth.
Right.
It even say that the angels rejoice when a person comes into the truth.
Right.
That's not coincidence.
Right.
You understand? Like I said, you should count yourself very fortunate, especially in these last days. And you should take it for granted. And you shouldn't just take it as, okay, well, I'm in the truth. Like I always said, what's inside of your mind will keep you safe in these last days. It's going to teach you how to maneuver, how to be safe. You understand? How to obey God. And like how the Lord's Prayer said, they say, what is it? Give us our daily bread. Lead us not into temptation. You understand? We learn how to not be led into temptation. Like you trying to find something like that?
I got a precept, sir. The precept you just brought out, Luke 15:10. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of angels of God over one sinner that repenteth.
Over one. You understand? Over one. He would much rather that than having to punish us. He would much rather having just one of us repent than to have to punish us for our entire lives and past lives. You don't know what our lives were like in the past.
Right.
You understand? Of course, it wasn't all good and dandy because we still underneath these curses. But we was probably being punished for lives
Right.
upon lives for what we did in our previous life. And And the Lord finally gave us a chance to come back into the truth. And I said, don't take that for granted, man. Especially in these times. You got
There's more in that scripture. More than over 99 just persons which need no repentance.
Oh my God.
So he rejoiced over that one. So the people that's already in the truth, they rejoice more over that one that just came in. The people that's already.
Yeah. You see, because we know what to do. Just like how if a Christian mindset is like, all right, well, I've been doing good for so long, if I slip up now, it ain't get bad pay. When the Most High see it as you've been doing good for so long, you know what to do, you know better than that. Now, a person that's coming into the truth, is like, he's about to learn everything. You understand? We're going to rejoice over this. Not saying that people decide the truth, it's just like, oh, well, you are doing what to do by glory. It's like, I take pride in these people. I love these people because they doing what they should be doing. But this person that's coming into the truth, it's a party in heaven, man. You understand? It's rejoicing. Angels is up there loving it because you came to the truth. Don't take that for granted. And don't let nobody take it away from you either. Don't let this world, of course, continue to try to put pressure on you and temptation and make you, fall away from the truth and what's right. You understand? Fall away from obeying your husband, or fall away from actually being there for your wife, no matter how hard-headed she might be, or leaving your husband, no matter what he might be doing to you. As long as it's not nothing crazy. Right. Most of the time, it's just another wife. You understand? As most of the time, it's not the only thing. But don't let the world try to rip this away from you. That's right. Something that was given to you through the kindness and mercy of the Most High. You understand? Right. So with that being said, we ended off this one on 13. Yup, Exodus 9 and 13. Okay. You're going to pick up next week, Exodus 9 and 14.
One more precept.
Go ahead, of course.
This is Ezekiel 18 verse 24. But when the righteous turn away from his righteousness and commit iniquity and do according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned.
That's crazy.
So you're righteous and you then turn away, everything that you did was righteous, count doesn't mean nothing. So you have to stay perfect.
Yeah. It's like you just served a purpose. Right. You served a purpose. You might have got this person into the truth, right, but you left. Right. That's the only thing that you did right. Right. You got him into the truth. That's it. I mean, but of course, even like the 7 heads, right? They established the truth, and before they left, they gave it over to a person that was fit to teach the truth. Right. We don't talk bad on them, but that's all we remember them for. Right. You understand? We don't remember them for nothing else except for that. They established the truth and they gave it to somebody who was worthy to teach it. Right. He's been doing this since 69? I don't know when but he's been doing it. Right. So if you decide to leave the truth, you probably just serve the purpose, and the purpose is done. Go ahead.
They were never among us.
They was never with us. They was never with us in the first place. Yeah. So you don't want to be remembered as that person because you let this opportunity pass you by. Right. You take it for granted, and you wasn't strong enough to fight this fight. Right. But the Most High said that you're able to win it. He said he ain't going to tempt you more than you can bear. Right. It just comes down to the point where you let them thoughts get in your head, and they deter you away from doing what's right. Doing what you can do. You understand? Right. So with that being said, perfect timing. I imagine just a minute to understand. Bakar, you can go to Bakar. You can test me that. Charles, which one you drink out?
The first, that's clear one.
The water, Bakar.
And the water.
I've been doing a good job with this.
I.S.U.P.K, which means to Israel.
All right, so
to the verse.
So we'll go to the part. Just turn around. Nobody-
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barak Yah. Aimakim, which means to stand. The Panu Hagadam, turn the face to east. Bakar, you got it.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malak Tabaha. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baha Rataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathanawa. Acham. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawawafnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawawafnawa. Wala'ah. Daba Yahanawa. Banasayawan. Abba. Hawashai Ainawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapahara. La'ai Yom. Aman. Come.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
The conquer of power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Babakusha. Nathanawa. Akak.
Lava Pa'ah. Kamakala. Wakal Madawa. Akak. Atahar. Hamatazarayim. Akak. Bahakuyam. Hamathium. Akak. Arak. Hamata'ala. The Garishan. Bahashim Yahushua.
Wada Aman.
Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you.
So big.
Bless Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Manawa.
Wayasharala. Wahaba Yasapari. Hashem Yahushua.
Wada Aman.
Yahweh.
In
the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you.
So be it.
Power, structure, blessing. Barakatha Yahweh.
Wayahawashah.
Wahamakya'ala. Wahahayim. Mata Zabaya. Alawab Yahanna. Halawabiyam. Hasaranyam. Akwatazanyam. Akayayayam. Wahahakwafiam. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Wada Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh. And
Yahushua.
And Michael. And the angels. Commander General Yohanna. The general. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Adanya. Aharyam. Mahayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Asha. Shamayam. Waharataza. Al Yathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Wagalka,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamorka,
Shamarka,
Ana,
Hana,
Na'a,
La'a,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yashun,
Yayashun,
Shawamor,
Shawamor,
Yasharala,
Yashuala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamorka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Yad,
Aoyan,
Yaminka,
Yurika,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashemash,
Hashemash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayara,
Wayra,
Walayala,
Blayla,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Wakara,
Makara,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Atnapashka,
Ahnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'afka,
Taza'athka,
Wabab, Wa'af,
Wa'athka,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'athah,
Wa'ai, Awalon.
Wa'ai Awalam.
Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
Whether it's coming my help.
My help coming from the Lord.
My help coming from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth,
From this time forth,
even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalm 83 in Hebrew. Alahayam,
Alayim,
Al-Damal Laka,
Adamayadaka,
Al-Dakarash,
Adakarash,
Wahal Dashakwat,
Wa'adashakwat,
Al, Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayabyaka,
Awayabika,
Yahama Yawan,
Yahaman Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amaka,
Al-Imika,
Ya'ara Yamwa,
Yara Yamwa,
Sawadah,
Sawadah,
Wayatha, Wayatha,
Wayata,
Ya'itazawa,
Ya'atzawa,
Al-Tazah Pawanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyika,
Amora,
Amora,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakliam,
Wanakakida,
Magauya,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasharala,
Shem Yasharala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Atazawa,
and Wa'ai Tazawa,
Laban,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al Yakar,
Ayaka,
Barya,
Barya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Hahaya,
Ahaya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashama,
Halayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagoriam,
Ba'akori,
Gabal,
Kabal,
Wa Amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa Amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Halashab,
Halashah,
Amyashabia,
Amir Shabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Alawa,
I'm Ma'aim.
I'm,
It's like that. Imam,
Amam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zorwa,
Zawar,
Labunya Lawat,
Abanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham,
it's like Kamadyam,
Kamadyam,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyam,
Banakal,
Banakor,
Hayashwan,
Kayashwa,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ira,
Ba'ayan Da'ira,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Lahada Dama,
La'ada'wa,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Ayabawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazabah,
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 Wakazazal Manai,
Wakazzamanai,
Kal Nasakamwa,
Kal Nasir Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashura,
Amora,
Amora,
Nayarasha,
Arisha,
Lanawa,
Alawa,
Na'at Waf,
Nawa,
Alahayam,
Alayam,
Alahaya,
Alayam,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagagala,
Kagagla,
Kagwash,
Kakwash,
Lapunya,
Okay.
Waka,
Lapanya Raka,
Kayash,
Kayash,
Dabara Yaira,
Taba'ara Ya'ira,
Wakala Haba,
Kala'aba,
Salawat,
Kala'at,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Dabadatma,
Arajatma,
Wasa Arika,
Basa'arika,
Wabasa,
Abasa,
Wapafka,
Apathka,
Nabahalilon,
Abahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'ah,
Panyaham,
Paniyam,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakashwa,
Shamka,
Shepka,
Yahawa,
Yahoo,
Yabashwa,
Abashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya Atha,
Kaya'atha,
Shamka,
Shepka,
Yahawa,
Yahoo,
Tabadka,
Tabadka,
Alawan,
Ayawan,
Alkaha,
Alkaha,
Harataza,
Arataza.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a
And
tumult.
they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
concerning against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, let us cut them off
let's cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
And the name of
In
Israel,
the name of Israel,
they be no more remembered.
that we no more remember
Because they have consulted together
that they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the
and
Ishmaelites,
the Ishmaelites,
and Moab,
and Moab,
and the
and the Hagarenes,
the Baal,
Baal,
and
and
Ammon,
Ammon,
and the Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher is also joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them,
Do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
and the brook of
and the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became like them for the earth.
Make the nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And like the
Like the red.
yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As the bar.
As the bar,
And as Almuna.
as the Muna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let's say to ourselves,
the houses of God
house of God,
and possession.
the possession,
Oh my power.
Oh, my power.
Make them like a will.
make them like a will,
As the stubble before the wind.
and stumble before the wind,
And as the fire burneth the
and
wood.
as the fire burneth the wood,
And as the flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire.
as the flames of the mountains of fire,
So persecute them
to persecute them
with thy temple.
with thy temples,
And make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy stones.
with thy stones,
Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy
Oh
name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Let them be confounded
let them be confounded,
and troubled forever.
and so forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame,
and perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
The Most High.
are the Most High
Of all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sarge, Mr. Turn, sisters, Yeshabi, seated. We can close it up.
Okay.
Want to give one courtesy salute. Man of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Admajim, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatham.
Yahweh, hands down, sisters can stand. For the sisters, your Imam Shabbat is your right hand over your left, your feet together at the heel, spread apart at a 45-degree angle, your head bowed and covered. When we say Barak, you'll smite the left side of your chest with your right fist. Men of Israel are going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Imajim, Barak.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahushua.
Now your job with these hands down, service dismissed. Man, that's 12 o'clock. Get out. I'm trying to tell you. That's crazy, man.
Which one?